Turn the light on.
Yeah, you did good on your makeup. Cause why did it look like yesterday we almost had on the same mismatched socks? Cause today I got on both of the black socks, but yesterday I had on one of the black socks and the blue socks, the black and blue socks.
Hey, Winston. How are you? Man, I'm sorry. This the first thing I ate today was a bag of chips. I had a hash brown earlier this morning. I called myself making some fries, and it turned out raggedy. So, of course, I put some onions in it. Hi, Auntie you beating? Auntie Betty, how are you? When you seen in the building? Hey, Amani, how are you? I'm just waiting on everybody to come in. Stick around. Don't get bored too fast because I'm trying to do a second half of Sparky. And if she doesn't come, hey, Cadillac, how are you? How you doing, honey? How you doing, Amani? How you doing? Thank you. Please do share the live. Please do, because I'm waiting on Miss Sparky to come in, because today is her birthday, and I'm hoping that she will be able to come through. This is the part 2 of her interview, because we got a chance, but I just want to get more. Hey, Coach Miles, how are you? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Coach Smalls, I want you to stick around because I may want you to do a little small poetry, not too much. Give me about 16 bars of your poetry from the top. Freestyle it because I know you're good with it. Well, thank you. Oh, go in and talk with Winston. Let me see if I can bring Winston. Go on. You know what, Coach? I'm bringing you in too. Now what? Now what? I'm bringing you in. Hey, Auntie, how are you? Really? 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 Yes, this is I'm messing with you, Coach Ja. That's what I'm gonna mess with. Yes, this is Auntie Kelly, Earth Watson Central. This is bringing me all the best energy that I need. You know, I love this. This is like my favorite color. It's like a indigo blue, but I love it. I'm about to mess with you, Coach, so come on. Stop playing. Come on, I'm about to hey jump, ma'am. I'm about to mess with you today because I need, and you still gonna be I am going to mess with you, Coach John. How about that? What you mean? I'm feeling mad. No, I'm not. I'll behave. I just want you to. I need 18 bars from you. Okay, but give me 5. Can you give me 5 poetry? 5 bars of your poetry. Can you give me that? Please. Do I need a bag? Do I need to beg? Please, child. I'm putting you back in. Don't be climbing. See, y'all always do this to me. But that's okay. If y'all don't come in, I know who to get. I don't even see him no
I'm
more.
feeding the
Hey,
baby.
y'all.
See what's
How
happening
are
right now?
you? Oh, look
That's
at
what's happening right now.
her. Congrats. How's fatherhood?
And we're watching Moana.
A minute. Let me see if I, hopefully, let me see. Give me 1 second. How's fatherhood, John?
This ain't my first walk in the park, but it's all good. Okay, baby. It's all good.
Oh,
Who you
well,
interviewing?
just give me 5 minutes.
Who you
Give me
interviewing?
5 minutes of your poetry.
5 minutes is a lot of time.
Okay, give me 2 minutes. Because you got the baby there.
It's daddy-daughter time. We're watching movies, feeding babies,
Oh,
not spending a lot of time on IG. Still, we watching this big screen TV, sitting in this living room, hoping you can understand what's happening here. Just trying to chill for a minute so they
yes.
can understand. Yeah, it's a freestyle poem from the top of the dome. Make sure you get it right because we ain't playing games tonight. It's all good and suave. It's all sweet and fine. I'm just trying to give you quite a few lines, hoping I can take your 2-minute limit and do what I need to do with it because you know Coach Ja is in the building. All right, that's my 2 minutes.
Hey, Jumpman man. So I just wanted to say because I don't think I congratulated you personally, but congratulations on your new baby bump. You know, the bundle of joy.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy the time by being before she gets 14 years old, and then you like, no, you can't go there. No, you can't do this. So,
She got
I'm dealing with the teenager. I still want my baby to be a baby, but she's no longer a baby, so she's 14 years old.
She got an older sister
So
that can take her
enjoy
where she
it.
need to go.
No, no. See, I said the same thing. Now I regret because now I just want my baby back.
No, I mean, you know, her sister already can't wait till she start walking. She taking her wherever she goes. So it's all good.
So how old is she now? She's how many months?
It's 4.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And
Yeah.
she already fussing at you.
Yes, that's what she do. She's a girl. What you expect? She's a girl.
Hey, they gonna fuss on you. They gonna, they gonna love you. They fuss on you first, and then they gonna love you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
Brandy.
all
Yes,
good.
I am so grateful that you. What's her name?
Mina Simone.
Like Nina Simone, but you name her Mina.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Simone is a strong name. That's a poet name.
So her name is Mina Lynn Simone, which means a beautiful gift from God to be heard. So, yeah.
Congratulations,
Appreciate
God,
it.
on your
Appreciate
baby,
it.
and enjoy your time being. And thank you for blessing.
No doubt, no doubt.
Thank you for blessing.
I'm gonna stick around and see what you got going on tonight, so I can make fun about stuff later. You know, I start trouble.
Well, I'm waiting on Miss Sparky D because this is supposed to be the second part of her interview. But if she doesn't come, because she's celebrating her birthday today too, so
She might be shaking.
hopefully,
She might be shaking her groove thing somewhere. She ain't got time for y'all.
hey, ain't nothing wrong shaking the mood, shaking the mood. I wish I could shake the mood.
Hold on, all right, I gotta go. There she go. I'll stay in the feed and check you out for a little while.
All right, we'll go ahead and stick around. Who else I may, ain't no telling who else I may bringing in. So,
All right, that's what's
just
up.
give the baby to her for me and tell the wife I said hello.
No doubt, no doubt. All right.
All righty then. Peace and blessings.
All right, peace and love.
Yes, everyone, that was Coach Jai. He's a very strong poet. I think he got tons of books. I think he on his 5th book or 6th book, but he's doing a good deed for us, like helping the youth with poetry as well. Hi. So let me see if Armani is still in the building. If Armani's still in the building, hey, LeVar. Okay, I'm bringing 2 people in today. and that's LeVar and Winston. So hopefully they can come on. But if Winston can't come on, I understand because I know she's be at work. It's art. I understand it's like crunch time, lunchtime. But anyway, I just want to say, hopefully, let me see if I can get Sparky back on. And please excuse the noise that's coming from outside my neighbors. I need to buy me a house where I can have peace and quiet and none of this riff raff. You know what I mean? I'm a very nice person, but they're so loud. They in my window. And I don't want to tell them to move because this is Chicago, guys. In Chicago, okay, I understand, Winston. Dealing in my city, it's kind of rough because you want to tell your neighbors to be quiet and they ain't gonna be quiet. They steady want to talk. Hi, Inspired Fire. And it's so crazy because they so loud and I could barely hear myself talking or thinking. You know what I mean? Hey, big bro. Okay, I'm gonna bring you in live 14. And it's so disruptive. Like, shh. Sometimes I want to tell my neighbors to be quiet because they carry guns. And I don't know who their friends are. So it's so crazy. Like, serious. Live 14, I just brought you on. But yeah, it's so crazy that people don't have the audacity to say, okay, my neighbor probably got off of work or whatever. They see me getting off of work. They don't even care. They don't care how my day is. They just want to be loud and play the music all day. But I did tell the landlord I was a snitch, so what? Snitch, stitches, what's that? Snitches get stitches. Tried. Tried. But nah, but serious though, on all note, I just want to thank each and one of you all for earlier this morning. Thank you. Motion, don't make me cry. I was crying later, so I had to wear my glasses on, my sunglasses, because I ain't trying to, let my mom see all the tears that was coming out. Moja, I'm gonna bring you on if you can. Come on. I'm bringing everybody on. Whoever come on, you know how to do it. Press that little red button or the little camera button with the plus sign in it. I'm not gonna stay on too long because I do want to see Cisco with Michael Kyer tonight. Yay! I can't wait. I am so excited about this, you guys. Like, this here was this had, like I said earlier this morning, if anyone have not watched the Michael Kyer morning show, this here did not come overnight. This here came like a blink of an eye. Like, I was on Miss Aurora live and her and MC Shane was on there, and I pressed the little camera button to come on her live so I could talk with her and cheer her up because she was crying. And I was like, oh my goodness. She said she introduced me to her brother, which is MC Shine, which you all saw last week. And she told me, she was like, Bonnie, why don't you go ahead and do some interviews. You can interview MC Shine just like that. And sure enough, I said, well, hey, set it up. I'll do it. It's not, me into interacting with people. That's my thing. I love interacting with people. I love to see what other people have, like nature,
You know, anything that is inspiring to me could be inspiring to others. So me going through what I have experienced with Michael Collier, with Uncle Michael Collier, which I call him my uncle, um, the comedy class, you know, the comedy class taught me some things that I needed to do, like be open up to people, you know, how you want to direct your audience. You know, you don't want to be boring because you'll put your audience to sleep. And I hope I'm not putting nobody to sleep with my conversation, but this is something that I taught by Uncle Michael Collier, and I appreciate the things that he taught me how to interact with people. You know, get a good conversation at our person. You know, tell a storyline, get the punch. You know, he always speak about the punchlines. Always make sure your punchlines are okay because you don't want to bore your people at all. You don't want to do that, and that's something I try not to do. Is to bore my interviews, and this is something that I should have said earlier this morning, but it was just, you know, it was early, but I had my coffee in me. But I just wanted to say this to each one of you all right now. I wanted to say thank you for your support. Thank you once, I thank you twice, and I thank you 3 times even more, because right now I don't know how far this could take me. I'm praying it could take me even further in life. And not only that, I just wanted to interact with people, period. You know, I learned over the year, since this pandemic hit, I learned over the year how to interact. So this is what I'm doing to interact with people, interacting with love and care and kindness. You know, give them the joy, give them the hugs, you know, virtual hugs. Like I said, I just want to inspire someone. And this here has been inspiring me so much till I would love to do this constantly, every day. If I got to do this every day, I will. If I want to, you know, I want to grasp, and what I mean by grasping, I want to continue on with this. You know, there's no stopping. You know, there's nothing going to stop me but God. You know, I was listening to Kelly Price, It's My Time, and I really love that song because when she made that speech, it's my time to shine, it's my time to live, it's my time. That means to me, it's God's timing. No matter what it goes, this is God's timing. You know, God put people in my life in a direction that I needed to be. And I always say this, including when I'm singing, God put things in my life to know where I'm needed to be headed on to. You know, I don't know how positive I can be right now, but right as this time of moments, I just want to say thank you guys. The Carrier Clan, oh my God, you are so supportive towards me. You know, I wish I can give everybody a hug. You know, I wish I could meet everybody face to face, you know, just to thank you all personally, you know. Um, it's just so much. And I'm going to try to give myself at least about 20 or 30 more minutes before 7 o'clock hit because, like I said before, with you guys supporting me is really helping me. You know, never to be a hinder. You know, I'm not one of those type of funny acting people. I'm not that kind of person. Michael Collier met me in person, in real life. Hey, Juski. And, you know, I have to interact with people, and this is what I love. This is how Chicago people, old school me, you know, really is. We like to interact. I believe I have an old body, you know, old mind frame, because my grandmother was like that. You know, she would interact with people. speaking to them, always be kind with people. There's no need for us to walk around with an attitude or our ass on our shoulder, excuse my French, because I don't think I'm all that. I never did. I don't have much. I don't ask for much. Only thing I ask is give me love, give me hugs, and give me positive energy. And I get that. Thank you, Vincent. And it is like I said before, and I'm trying not to cry because my crying days are over with. Hi Minnesota, hi Karen. My crying days is over with. Hey Juski, and now it's time for me to say, you know what? I am in my peace. I'm in my blessings right now. I'm giving God his honor because without God's ways, God's honor, God's prayer, through God, period, I am really going through my breakthrough. This is my breakthrough that God has set for me. Like I said before, people always have the tendency or the audacity to say, oh, Bonnie is this, Bonnie is that, and the network could say, I don't want nobody to have that bad energy towards, you know what I'm saying? But in a matter of fact, it is my family. At first, they laughed at me. I'm talking about my blood family. They laughed at me, and it was like, it's funny, But as time went on, and when they say, oh, I'm the real deal, it's like, let me step away, let me step back, let me recoup, and let me see what she's about. Now the laughing stopped, and now I'm getting love and more love from my family. Bonnie, I'm sorry. Bonnie, you are all that your soul is dope. Thank you, Winston. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts, everybody. Thank you for the flowers. It's like Michael Kyer said early this morning. This here is not easy, but it's a way I can move around. I can move great. I thought taking comedy class was hard, but it's really not hard if you got to be funny. You have to learn how to be funny. And me, I learned how to be funny at times, but serious too, because this here, what I'm doing is serious work. Interviewing, I'm not getting to anybody's lives or anything, but this is something that I can accomplish, and they can help me and I can help them by inspiring them. Certain things that we do, we have to give each other the inspiration. We have to give each other the trophy. We have to give each other the rose. We have to give each other the hearts and the love, because in this world, it's nothing like that. Every day is someone dying and crying, and mothers are crying because of their babies are gone. Parents are crying because somebody is gunned down in a family. Somebody is doing something out of the ordinary that we shouldn't even have to go through. Somebody are constantly arguing. Somebody constantly fighting. When does it all end? And I hate to say it, one of a kind. We have to stop thinking that we are better than that person. We have to stop thinking that we are armor war with each other. And no, we're not. Hi, we're not in war with each other. We are in love. We're supposed to be loved. We're supposed to be loved by love. Yes, and grace each other with love. Grace each other with hearts. Grace each other with flowers. In this world, it's a mean doggy dog world. I know plenty of people who've been blackballed. I know plenty of people that have been always wanted to thinking bad thoughts. Suicide thoughts is a real drug. And if people don't think it's a drug, but seriously, a suicide thoughts is a drug. You know, we have to seek help. Some people need love. Some people need a hug. It's always okay to give somebody a hug. You know, even as when you see somebody like fussing and huffing and puffing, first thing I'm gonna say is, excuse me, I don't mean no disrespect, but do you need a hug? And it be like, nah, I don't mean no hug. I don't even know you. No, it don't even take all that. It do not take all that. It's just say, look, I'm sorry I'm not able to give you a hug because I see you not in the mood. But always think like this. What you're going through, the next person going through worse. And let God handle that problem. Let God fix your problem. Because that's the only one that can help you through it all. And I speak about God, as they say, I'm a cussing Christian, but I do speak about God heavenly. You know, some people don't even want to speak about God because they think that, oh, I'm worshiping the wrong God. And, you know, it ain't about that. God is a spirit. Hey, Jay October, what's going on? Oh, I need to do an interview with you, Jay October. I really do. Inbox me your available day because I'm only doing interviews on Tuesdays and Fridays. So any out of the Friday or that Tuesday, let me know exactly what day you're open because Jay October is he's like a beast. And I want to congratulate you. Hey, J Dill. A master art of his spirit. Speak the truth. I don't know if I could bring him in. But I will try to bring Jay October in. That's only if Jay October, he gone. But yeah. But I did bring somebody in. But Jay October, I really need you to DM me ASAP about me getting you into my podcast. You know, a lot of people don't even know I'm doing a podcast. You know, a lot of the people that I'm following and they following me, some of them don't even know that. You know, and but it's okay. That's life. You know, that's life. I'm not gonna trip about that. Well.
What's going
How
on?
are you? I am doing
Fine.
good. How are you doing?
I mean, I can't complain. I'm yet alive.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
chopping up. Am I really
What's up?
chopping up?
Oh, I mean, it's so. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Let me know if you all can hear me clear. Am I okay now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I'm sorry, JD. But yes, but how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad to be off of work, chilling.
What do you do? What kind of job you
I
do?
I am what is called a fugitive recovery agent. So the only equivalent that I could put that into is bounty hunter, but I work actually for the New York court system. So I'm not independent. I work for New York State.
Wow. So you basically like to handle people, huh?
No, that's not necessarily true. I like to get the people who deserve to be in jail back where they belong. So I like the, most of the cases I deal with are with people that are convicted of elderly abuse, sexual assault,
Wow.
assault on minors. Serious things like things that police officers don't want to deal with.
And which they should, but that's okay. They got the bounty hunters, so the bounty hunters do more crime. You know, they take away more crimes off the street than anything. I wish we had some bounty
Well,
hunters here
this
in
is
Chicago. Because, you know, it's too
But
much
see,
going on in
that's bounty
Chicago.
hunt. That is best though. I'm not a bounty hunter. You know, that's the equivalent because the bounty hunters can work independently. They don't really have anyone to answer to. I answer to the New York Supreme Court system, and yeah, if you know anything about New York, you don't want to screw around with that.
You know, I've been in New York one time, and I was ready to go home.
It is an acquired taste. It really
I,
is.
yeah, it's quite attentional because when I was there in New York, and I I didn't know what time it was. I think it was like around 1 in the morning. I was waiting on the bus to go to the JFK bus, and next thing I know, it wasn't no
Oh
more buses
wow.
running on. And I was like, I'm
Why
sorry,
would
but
you?
this is not for me. And it looked like a lot of people, right? And I was right by the bus station, and I was like, I need to go home. I'm missing, I got homesick after a while because the people looking at me, I thought they were gonna rob me. They look like totally zombies. And then and what got me was I seen a rat bigger than my paper. I
Oh
was like,
wow.
this is not Chicago. I was like, how
Yeah.
can they compare Chicago to New York?
I mean, listen, I've always wanted to visit Chicago. I've actually stayed in it's a small part of Illinois, which is actually my last name, Atkinson, Illinois. Have you ever heard of it?
That's the north suburbs. Yes, I
Right.
have.
I've been. That's where I've been, and I thought it was a cool town because that's my last name. So I was just like, I gotta visit this city. That was the only reason why I went there. But I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Chicago. I wanted to go to Chicago, but they say Chicago is like the old West, and if you think New York is bad, I feel that Chicago's a little bit worse. But that's my opinion.
We
That's not
are
fact.
worse.
I'm not crapping on your city or your state at all. I'm just saying, like I've heard some things, and
I said it myself earlier. I don't know if you have heard me, but Chicago is not the same what it used to be. People could go downtown with no problem, but it's just going towards the citywide, like right off the West Side Boulevard, or if you're going to the South Side, you really have to really watch your back. Hey class, the
right.
hair Ontario. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to knock my phone down. But yes, it's worse, and it's disappointing in me because Chicago is one of the beautiful cities that you really want to look at, But if I tell a lot of my friends, like, if you want to come to Chicago, your best bet is go to the suburbs. I'll meet you in the suburbs, or I'll meet you downtown in the Loop area where I know you're going to
Oh,
be
wow.
safe at. And
Ah,
people like, I want to go to the hood. I want to see the south side of the hood. I want to see the old block. I'm like, not
but
today.
let me ask you a question. Let me
They're
ask
like,
you a
I want to
question
go
because
see the old block. I want to see this. I'm like, no, you don't want to see the old block because the old block is twice as worse. That's like a
right.
project, but it's not a project. Those are like apartment buildings.
Right. And it's so
You know,
interesting that like when people they want to visit you, they want to see the worst before they see the best. Why is that?
you know
They want to
what?
see like the
Because they hear so much about
I
it
mean
on the
think about
news.
it.
That's why. And it's more, the old block is so dangerous here.
Hmm.
I don't, like I said, don't get me wrong. I love my city. Let me see if I
Hmm.
can. No, in this world. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So, like I said before, people. Oh shoot, I can't hear nothing in this thing. The old block. I'm serious. I put the earbuds in. I guess it's not connected to my I just turned the Bluetooth on, so hopefully it connect. But
I mean, I can hear you fine.
okay, good. Like I said, people always talk about the old block. I want to see the
Mm-hmm.
old block. It's nothing. It's just a building. You know, it's nothing to it. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
building where everybody's stacked up together. You know, to me, I think that's like a project to me, if you really ask me. But they said it's not. It's just a regular apartment building. But a lot of these young people thinking, oh, we in the old block, we doing this, we doing that. But still, it's just a building. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that look like a project, but it's not a project. It's just a regular complex. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I love my city. Don't get me wrong. I love my city of Chicago, but I
Right.
just wish people could change their mind frame of how they live in. You know.
Right. And I wholeheartedly agree because some people they will try to move into like a mansion with the apartment mindset, if that makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
it's a verse in the Bible that says, you know, you can't pour new wine into old skin. You have to make a complete change inwardly, then outwardly, in order to move on. And that's one
Exactly.
of the problems. That's one of the problems. Us as, you know, first of all, a race. There's only one race in my eyes, and that's human race. We classify each other, but us as black people, we make it harder for ourselves. And it's just like, can't you stop? Won't you
Right.
stop?
You know what we do this day. You know, and they question lies, and a lot of people like, and this is not just in Chicago. You know,
Mm. Oh yeah,
a
it's
lot of
all over
people.
the world.
Exactly, because I have this app called a Citizen app, and a Citizen app
Yeah.
is where a lot of people, you know, throughout the whole 50 states, only a few I can count on
Mm.
that doesn't even have reckless people in their town. And when I mean by reckless, I mean, you know, I can name a few, you know, that don't have it. Like Wyoming. Wyoming is beautiful. Now, if I'm gonna
Mm.
go out there, I'd rather go out to Wyoming and see how it is. Utah don't have too many violence. Bless you. Who else don't have it?
Mm-hmm.
Wyoming. Certain areas of Phoenix now. Certain area
Mm.
of Phoenix, they have a lot of high crime rate. But
Right.
you know, but the worst ones is really New York, Chicago, and California, Philadelphia. And a lot of people don't even know that.
Well, that's reported. That's reported. The reason why I say it's reported, I went to school in Port Gibson, Mississippi, and Port
Hmm.
Gibson is like a one horse town. But the crime there was so like abhorrent, and it was everywhere. But it wasn't us that was crimes. So obviously, uh, reported. So it's a one sided thing, you know, in certain
Exactly.
areas. Like, okay, the biggest city in the United States is Jacksonville, Florida. That's
Florida.
technically, yeah. Jackson has twice as many people. Jacksonville is the biggest city in the United States.
Yeah.
You're telling me Florida, the biggest city, does not have the worst crime rate, but the neighboring town of like Miramar or Miami does? How is that?
And it's
Name
so
one other
sad because,
big
like I
city
said,
without black.
hmm. Alabama.
You you got which part?
Alabama got it too.
Which
They,
part?
I'm
Birmingham,
gonna say
Montgomery.
Montgomery, Alabama. They got worse. I didn't found out until I went on my app. Like I said, if anybody have this app called Citizen app, you can go out throughout the whole United States. You can look up Chicago. You can look up your own town, New York. You know, it's there.
Diamond.
It's all
Yeah.
there, and it's like I said, it is so sad because it's like black crime, and we always speak about this too. Black on black crime. And we all
Right.
say this word, BML, Black Lives Matter. And we speak about that. It's like
we.
we contradicting ourselves when we say that. Truth to be told, we're really contradicting ourselves. You know, I don't like to get into politician, but it's the concept of saying Black Lives Matter, and we always speak about Black Lives Matter. But we steady each day killing one another.
See, you
Killing
gonna make me not get invited back because like I'm not a political person, but it's certain things that I have to speak against. Like BLM. I don't support the Black Lives Matter movement. I support Black Lives Matter. What's the difference? One is a corporation, one is a lifestyle. The corporation who is, collecting, money from, various, black lives being taken at the hands of corrupt government officials, by entitled Caucasians, has been corrupted. They're getting money, but none of the victims have seen not one dime. But the ones who have Black Lives Matter in their heart, they're the real movement. They're the ones paving the way. They're the ones beating down the doors, but they have no traction because they have no financing. And the ones who were to finance, what are they doing? What are they doing? Like, they should tell the truth and it hurts. You understand? So, like, if you can deny the truth all you want, but you can never deny the reality of the truth. You could tell me if it's raining outside and you could come inside wet. Once I see that water, I have to believe what you're saying, even though I'm denying what you told me. So everything, like, there's another, and I'm not a Bible beater.
The sky is gray. I'm thinking about the sky is going to be gray, and it's not going to be gray. So yeah, I get what you're saying, because like I said, we always speak about Black Lives Matter. We always speak about that, but it's the black crimes. We are more dominated to go to jail. We are more dominated to go not speak our piece because they thinking that we withholding our peace, and they want us to withhold our peace. I'm going to take that back. They want us to withhold our peace. They feeling it like we don't have a peace, we don't have a voice. But this is not this, it's not this kind of matter. Now we got these young people. Now, let's get to the real talk. We got these young people looking at their parents, looking at their stepfathers. It comes from home first, everybody. Get what I'm about to tell you. They carry guns. They carrying guns. Their parents carrying guns. Their stepfathers carrying guns. Their fathers carrying guns. And then they're thinking, oh, this is black ops. This is the ops. This is this, that. No, it's not that. And I hate to chew somebody's bubble. But I'm always saying this here too. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. You got a gun, guess what? You're going to die with it. I hate to say it. If you're not a police officer, if you're not a soldier, then guess what? What's the purpose you even have a gun where you probably don't even have a license to it. And if you do have a license, good for you, because what's the purpose of you having it? Are you a security
Okay,
guard? Are you,
I'm
now you
going
see what
to
I'm saying?
destroy. I overstand. I don't want to be under anything, so I overstand. Now, let me hit you in the head with this. Now, we have the U.S. Constitution, which have the Bill of Rights. We have amendments. What is the second amendment right? The right to bear arms. If that is a right, I have a license. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel everyone who's carrying a firearm should be trained vigorously, because, bullets don't have names. I've seen so much death. But my whole thing is, if I have the right to remain silent and I have the right to free press and religion, I don't need licenses for that, do I? But
No,
if now
but
watch
they
this.
want us to have license for it.
Right. Okay. Understandable. But if that's a right, you don't need a license. That's why we have certain states like North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, which are constitutional carry states, which means you don't need a license because it's your right. You have the right to breathe without somebody choking you, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you have to have a license to say you can't choke me because I can't breathe?
And
No,
that's why
they
you
want.
see.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
That's why you see Texas don't have too many crime rates. I seen it. They don't
Yes,
have too
they
many
do.
crime.
They
Oh
do,
wow,
but
maybe I need to go back and look at my citizen app again. Maybe I need to see that again, because
well, see again with the Citizens app, that's that's what's being reported. It's the things that's not being reported, and we could look at the Amber Geiger case. She walked into a next person, both of them John's apartment. Now, I don't know too many people who have sense. I don't believe in common sense. If you have sense or you don't, sense ain't common. But anyone who has their own apartment can tell by the smell of the surrounding area that's not their apartment. Correct me if I'm wrong.
you're right. You're right. You
Now watch
absolutely
this.
correct.
Now watch this. She walked into
Into
a man's apartment,
and
got
shot to kill him.
startled,
And then she
shot,
said,
and killed him.
and when she said, "Oh, I thought it was my apartment." How the hell you think that was your apartment?
Your
This
key
man
didn't
sitting
fit
there eating a bowl of ice cream,
in
probably
his
depressed
underwear.
as hell.
But look at that. But now watch this, because I follow all these cases like I'm an investigator by nature. Not only did she get like the bare minimum, the judge in her case, now you can look it up, Tammy Kemp, was featured on one of the episodes of the First 48 as a district attorney. Now
I
watch
saw that.
this. What's beautiful about it is the episode that she was on was called The Good Book, talking about the Bible because one of the homeless men stole the Bible. What was that thing that she handed Amber Geiger when she got off that bench? The Good
Come on
Book,
now.
Bible.
A Bible in her
So,
hand.
like, even though I work for the courts, I see everything. The most crimes is committed by the people in uniform, in suits, and on the bench. Those are the crimes that matter the most. You understand? So you're not going to hear about, these people doing these things. It's going to look like it's just people that look like you and me that's doing these
Right.
things. How is it that the Black Panther Party was deemed as a terrorist organization? They even went as far, Ronald Reagan signed in the Redford Act, making it illegal for black men and women to have, shotguns and assault rifles. And the KKK has been in existence for over 100 years.
Period. And and that's sad because they're gonna say, "Oh, Black Panthers are a bad influence. They not doing nothing. If they really did their research, Fred Hammond was the one that had the community with set for these kids to get the proper education that they needed.
Huey
Period.
Newton was a doctorate student, and he started the WIC program, which, if you do the studies, more white women is on WIC than black.
Than in black people. Come on, somebody. Come on, preach it on now. Preach it on. Preach it now.
Like, you want to do crime stats, you have to do all the crime stats. Now, don't get me wrong. We have, some knuckleheads out here. They feel that wearing a certain color and this, that, and the third is, is a killable offense because we've been put into cages. If I see nothing but you all the time, I'm going to get disgusted by you. Seeing you all the time.
Sad. And you know what I always say? Like a white person, a white person came up to me and my best friend, and she looked at us and she moved away like this here, walking. Like if we had a disease. And I told my best friend, I have a mouth. Everybody knows I have a mouth. I don't know why she did that, because she bleed like I bleed. We've all got veins. We all got the red blood cells. We all got, we all bleed, and we all got to think. We got a mind. We got a head. We got eyes. We got, nose to smell too. So What are you looking at me like that for? Like you better than me? No, you're not better than me. Because if you were better than me, you would have told me have a good day, and you would not walk away the way you walked. Right. And she looked at me and she turned her head like, I don't know who she's talking to. I'm talking to you. Well, and this is downtown in Chicago.
And look at that. And what year are we in? We're in 2021, and people are still so educated that it's not illegal to learn. Pick up a damn book. No. Get off of social media for a while. If the superior race, how they call themselves, were so smart, they would realize that they could not exist without us.
Period.
Literally, physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally, medically, we are it. We are the carbon, footprint of everything. But here's my thing. We could both preach a good game, but if you are so close-minded, and I'm talking about everyone, you're so close-minded that you can't accept. Now, there's expectancy and then there's acceptancy. If you have expectations, guess what? You're going to be disappointed every time. But if you accept things for what they truly are, you can push past that and grow and move on. So old saying, you can't get blood from a turnip, you can't get pee from a tree. I can accept that. But once we learn to accept the truth, now there's a difference between facts and truth. Even though they run along, the same line, there's two different things. Just like there's a difference between believe and faith. The word believe literally has the word lie in the middle of it.
Yes. 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 And
please, anybody, I'm saying anything wrong, please stop me, and I will never come back on.
No, you are good. Let me tell you something, and I'm glad you spoke about it, because not too many people will speak about it. They too close, like I said, they too close-minded, they're not open what's going on. Some people not even open to talk about it. Some people like, well, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But this is the reality world. Slavery ended 4,000 years ago. We're not living back in slavery. And this is what people fail to realize. We're not living in slavery. We live in a reality.
Kinda. I agree what you're saying, but it's just been pipeline. I'll give you an example.
You
Like
said you
I've
took
never
words right out my mouth.
right, right.
Exactly.
We're living in the pipeline because after slavery, there was the Reconstruction. After the Reconstruction, there was Jim Crow and segregation. After segregation and Jim Crow, now this is what we're living in. But it's been pipeline. I've never been to public school a day in my life, but I've been to, primary school, middle school, high school. Now, watch this. What told you in the school that it was time to either go to class, to go to another class, it's time for lunch, it's time for recess, it's time to go home? It was one thing that everyone knew once they heard it, it was time to do something else. The bell, right?
The bell. School
Or
waiting on the school bell.
the school bell, right? What other place on earth has another bell or an alarm that tells you you need to do something without anyone saying anything? There's two places.
Your phone alarm, car
Church,
alarm,
church,
and church
church.
bell.
No, church and jail.
See,
Once
I
you
never been
hear
to
a
jail.
bell or an
I was locked
alarm
up
in
one
those
time
two,
and I never been to jail.
see, you never really thought about it, right? All right. So we were trained from kids to go to either one or two places, either to church or to jail
Yeah.
from being in school without anyone saying anything. When you heard a bell, you had to be somewhere else than were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because the church bell
So,
gonna give you that pop. I
right,
haven't heard a church bell in so long. I don't even know what it sounds like anymore.
right, right. But once you hear a church bell, it was like, oh, okay, it's time for church, or it's a next hour or something like that. And then, like, I don't know if you ever visited anyone in jail or prison. When you heard certain things, it's just like, oh, what is happening? Because you knew
Right.
something was
I did
happening.
hear that. I did hear something like that when I went to go visit my daughter's father.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I, I asked him. I'm like, "What the world?" It's like, and I'm like, "What the heck? Is
Right.
that a fire?" First, I thought it was a fire alarm.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
So,
it was a
like,
fire. I'm
I
like,
was
"You
just
got a fire
piggybacking
truck
off
or
of what
something?"
you said, like when you said we're not living into slavery anymore. No, we're living on the pipeline. The pipeline, because they're still training slaves, but in a different way.
Yeah.
In a different way. And free thinkers, you're either crazy or you're being used by the devil.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now
Hmm.
watch this. I'm an ordained minister, and like they call me the street preacher because like I don't like the confines of the church or any church, a mosque or
Right.
anything. I teach truth, not religion, but truth. And there was a group of students, because like I usually teach the youth. They said, you know what, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. They're always saying the devil is a liar. And I was like, wait, why keep saying the devil is a liar? Is it because you don't want to be accountable for the actions that you're willingly taking? Or do you believe that he's actually a liar, if he is actually a he and not a she? I said, the devil is not a liar. The devil is truth realized too late. They all
Hmm.
shut up and walked away. Now think about that statement. The devil is not a liar. The devil is truth realized too late. Because the devil is a temptress. But the devil won't tempt
Hmm.
you to something that you don't want.
Oh, you
Now I
know
can't
what?
eat seafood. Talk
I'm
about
sorry.
it.
You really got me thinking, like, wow. Because I always say that the devil is a liar because I rebuke the devil in that atmosphere right then and there to bring
Right.
out
And
that positive
now
energy.
positive energy, right? We're on the same line. Now, the devil and God, even the book of Psalms talks about us being gods. Us being gods. There were gods
Yeah.
before, the Council of Nicaea in 328 AD, which actually put the Bible together and all its characters. But my whole thing is, when we rebuke the devil, we're rebuking the things that we feel that is not acceptable in our lives.
Mm-mm.
But
And
it's true
we gotta accept
because
what
it's
God gave us.
tempting. Right. Now watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna blow your mind. Now, if the God says that we are many gods in the book of Psalms, it says we are many M-I-N-I gods. If the big God say that we are little gods, that means that we have the power to destroy or to create anything that we want in our atmosphere. Now,
Yeah.
if we have to rebuke something, that means we want it. Because if we don't want it, we don't allow it in our atmosphere.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, if you don't smoke cigarettes, you're not going to be around a whole bunch of smokers. You're not going to allow it in your atmosphere.
Your atmosphere. Come on,
right?
now, preach it.
So whatever I'm rebuking, that means it's tempting me because there's a part of me that want to participate or want this, but because I'm not trying to be that,
Mm-hmm.
I have to, deny my flesh, right? But it
Come
can't
on
be
now.
a lie because something, a part of me, participate. But it's like, nah, if I get back in my old ways, I'm gonna slap a hole upside their head real quick, right? So all that is, we're rebuking our own self, our own state of being that we don't want to participate in. If it was no temptation, it would need no rebuke.
Exactly. Come on now. You better preach it to me now. You better preach
So
it to
how
me
do we
now.
apply this in like our lives now? Now we could talk a good game about boycotting. We could talk about things putting Black Lives Matter, reparations. We could talk about everything.
Right.
A good game. But until we stop allowing things in our atmosphere, it's to continue to be a nuisance, or like Peter said, a thorn in my side. It's
Let the
going
church
to
say amen
continue
right now.
because you allow it. And if you can't say amen, say ouch.
Amen.
Because I'm talking to you.
Amen.
Like,
You love.
right.
You gonna make me shout in a minute because I'm serious because this here, a lot of people don't even want to talk about God. You see how many people have left, right? It's only 2 of us left. And a lot of people don't want to, well, it's 3 of us now. And a lot of people don't want to hear about that because we speaking the truth. Come on now.
Right.
Let the church
And
say
my whole
amen right now.
thing, right, amen. And
Let
if
the
you
church
cannot
say
say amen, say ouch. If you can't say amen, say ouch. Because some people got their
Ooch.
feelings hurt. You know
Say
what I'm
ouch,
saying?
they say ooch.
Ouch.
Right.
Right.
Don't even
But
say
I'm
ouch. They say ooch.
ouch.
Leave
Right.
the hour.
Right.
But
We
man,
need to
because
be
like I
able
said,
to
a
talk
lot
about
of people don't want to hear that.
it.
A lot of people don't want to hear it. And like I said
But
earlier this morning, I don't know if you all was on the Michael Kaya morning show. I know they left, and I'm not worried about them because truth, the matter of fact, it is we speak the truth, and a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. We speak about the gun violence. How many people? What time is it? It's 8:03. I'm gonna leave in a few minutes. But it's a lot of people don't want to hear that. You know, and I'm gonna leave up with this note. They sit here, let's go. Okay. I'm gonna give myself 15 minutes because you know, people in this world don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the facts. They scared of the facts. They scared of the truth. They scared of God.
It's not that. It's you know what? And it took me a long time to realize this. Like I have a doctorate of theology, so I studied world religion. So like I love like going around and just destroying Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons and stuff like that. It's fun to me because how triggered they get.
Right.
My whole thing is people are not afraid of the void that they have denied in themselves. Now watch this. What I mean, right. So if I was made in God's image and his likeness, that means some part of me is God. So to deny God means I have to deny myself. And who would want to deny themselves? But if you deny God, you have a void inside of you, which means that you need something to fill it. That's why people get into these kind of relationships and, oh, my better half or my better half. No, how is you a better half to somebody else when I was made whole? Because I didn't come out of my mother's womb half. I came out complete.
Whole.
So how is it? Right. So how is it that another person completes me? Which means if somebody else completes me, I have a void. Which means I'm going to hurt that person because that means I can't live without them because they complete me. Which means you're in a relationship, a psychopath, and potentially a serial killer.
Or a domestic violence abuser. And this is where it all boils down in.
That part.
Because you got people are mentally abused, you got people are sexually abused, you got people that are what is it, suicidal. You have people out here that don't care about the world but themselves. You know, you got people out here that need psychological help. And that's all it is. And this is like a therapy. See, what we're giving out right now is giving out therapy to people who've been hurt, people who've been abused, people who are tired of the domestic violence, people who are tired of the police brutalities. People are tired. And this is what, you know, God is love and not confused. Amen, Diamond. Amen.
Right, Diamond, you've been on point all night.
Ever since earlier today. But this is what I'm saying. It's like people is afraid of the truth. And I'm going to post this up because I don't know how much time they're going to give me on here on this Instagram. But we're going to chime in on it tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier than this. But I want to say thank you all once again for supporting my page. Please cash at me at the Real Bonnie Chambers. It's at the bottom. If you like what you hear, please also follow me at the Real Bonnie Chambers. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to fuss at you. I'm not going to bite your toes or bite your toenails. But in the meantime, you can follow me on my YouTube page, which is Bonnie Chambers. You can find me on the Real Bonnie Chambers on Instagram and also on Facebook. Again, don't forget to cash at me at the Real Bonnie C. This Real Bonnie C is at the bottom. So I wanted to say thank you to each and one of you all who has been supporting me from the day one. You know, keep on supporting me, keep following me, because I am waiting to see how long this podcast. I'm praying that this podcast could take me to a long way. I don't regret anything. I don't regret nothing that happened because, like I always say, this is God's reason, God's season, God's reason. And I want everybody to take care each and every day. You know, be positive. Send out positive message to anybody that you love. You don't even have to. You don't even have to love them. You could just send out a positive message, and I would do the same for each and one of you all. Um, don't let the devil take your character. Don't let anybody take you out of your character, because your character is your brand, and your brand is your character. So I want to say peace and love and blessings. I guess I'll see you all later on this evening or tonight at the some of you all from the Zodiacs from what's that Zodiac with Kevin Tate, the Zodiac show, or K After Dark. So I will see you all then. I want to say salute and thank you, King, for coming out and showing your support, because man, you are making a strong effort, strong support, and I'm glad that a brother came out here and speak his piece, and I'm so honored for you to do that, because it
Hey,
takes heart and
anytime.
guts. It takes heart and guts just to see another brother to speak his mind, and I really appreciate
Anytime. I
it.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
reaching out.
No problem, no problem. And I will continue on doing my podcast. I may not be every day. I was waiting on Sparky to come on, but she's enjoying her birthday. I did text her and wish her a happy birthday. But it's okay,
Heard
you
you.
know.
Look, I'm glad to fill in. Like, if there's a topic and I know something about it, I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah. You know what? If anybody have a topic and we need to talk about it, we gratefully DM me, and then we could do this on a Thursday. Every Thursday I could do a hot topic, and then Friday, of course, I do interviews, and then Tuesdays I do interviews. So Tuesdays and Fridays I do my interviews. And if you all have a hot topic you all want to talk about, and DM me. I'm not a look. Let me tell you something about me. I'm a carer. I'm a sharer. I will share your thoughts and see what people will say. You know, but I will start early. I start around. I don't. What time is it there where you at?
Me, so it is 9:10 right now.
So I start out exactly at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Is that okay? If you
Okay.
have any hot topic, let me know.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right. Well, that over and out. You can hit the S button,
All right.
because I'm
Got
about
you.
to sign. I'm about to end this live. I'm signing over and out. I want to say peace and blessings to each and one of you all. Thanks again for showing up, showing out. I'm showing my gratitude and to say I love you guys. Keep up positive energy. Keep up great gratitude, because your positive will outweigh your negative. Positive energy, positive mind. Salute to each and one of you all that came on and show your support. Please don't forget to cash at me at the real is real Bonnie C. Not the real, but it's real Bonnie C. And once again, happy birthday to Miss Sparky D. Enjoy your birthday. Peace and love and blessings from Bonnie Chambers, known as Bonnie C. Salute to everybody. Good night.